Hello, my archers of chaos, your king of the night, Vince Valentine EX Turk. Bit tired, and I'm rocking the dread bun. So, that's why I got the new that hairstyle today. And we're going to be talking about some news, as with the opening has happened. So, I went on Facebook again, like usual, just, in the middle of my breaks and stuff like that, because I'm, pretty tired from working all the hard stuff like that. I still gotta barbecue some more tomorrow and all this other stuff. I've been making cosplays. I've been, doing extra housework, and I've been, doing a whole bunch of stuff. So I've been very busy. So, it really takes up my streaming time as well. So I don't stream as much, and I'll get back to that when I can. But at least with videos, this is quick, and I can just get it done right away. So that's why I do videos. Just because it's easier. But anyways, besides being easy, news is actually very easy to do. I'm also thirsty, so Ozarko water is what I drink. Now, the music you're hearing is Nobuo Unemassu's best stuff. And the reason why I want to talk about Nobuo Unemassu is he's making a return. He's actually going to make a return to the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, this is absolutely, I think, confirmed. It could be wrong. If it is, just go ahead and call my ass out if it's wrong. But from what I'm seeing, this looks really good. Let's go ahead and get to the actual news. Let's get to the actual news right here. I'm going to do more news stuff about the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, they did say it's secretly done, but, I don't believe it until I see it. Until official sources come out and say it. Because I know there's those troll articles that are clickbait that are meant to make you believe something, but they're trolls. They're made by neckbeards who just wants to sit there and troll from their grandma's basement, so I don't really pay attention to those. Because I wouldn't know, if anything, if it was halfway complete. But the thing is, that is legit, is Nobuo Unemassu's return. Nobuo Unemassu was confirmed for the Final Fantasy VII Remake, so this is the man who made the Final Fantasy VII soundtrack, so this is good. there's some good news. Like I said, please be excited. Now let's go ahead and get to, I think it's called VIGIonline.net, VIGI Games. That boy in the VIGI Games. That boy ain't right, I tell you what. He been on them VIGI Games. Okay, I'll stop doing that. It just reminds me of King of the Hill when that happens. Okay, let's get to VIGIMO. Sorry. VIGI Games. Okay, let's go. Nobuo Unemassu is confirmed for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. The producer of Final Fantasy VII Remake, Yoshinori Kitase, has confirmed in a review interview in a Japanese magazine that the legendary composer Nobuo Unemassu, he's also pretty much the front man for the Black Mages as well. I think that's why he quit the Final Fantasy stuff to play his own music. But anyways, Nobuo Unemassu will be at the reins of producing the score. So tweets by Ayabo and Miraculous Monk who provided the news earlier. This seems like the most logical outcome, with Unemassu composing for the original back in the 90s and ensuring the integrity of the score and the remake. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be a rehash of his original soundtrack to sound like 2018 gaming. So this is gonna be pretty much Nobuo Unemassu's music in Final Fantasy VII, but in a much more orchestra and more cinematic kind of like the Marvel movie cinematic style for the remake. So this is good. We're getting a cinematic style, most likely, for the cinematic style for the Final Fantasy VII Remake soundtrack. So that's good. Let us know how you feel about the news. I love Final Fantasy music. Besides the characters and stuff like that, people love the music. And I see why. Out of all the soundtracks, Final Fantasies never disappoint. So, okay. And the edit. A previous version of reported that Miraculous Maku translated the post. However, this is incorrect and actually summarized by him asking what was the magazine about. What magazine says, of course. Okay. Alright. But I think that's pretty much what's going on. A Final Fantasy VII Remake interview finally confirms Nobuo Natsu's involvement in the project. He has previously stated in 2015 he has no involvement with it, but good to hear he's returning. So he is going to return. I don't know how much they paid him, but I gotta say, whoever paid Nobuo Natsu enough money to be part of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, bruh, thank you, because this is actually good. This is actually what we wanted. This is exactly what we wanted for Final Fantasy VII Remake. The original man who's actually made the music like he has. And he's not only done Final Fantasy VII, he's done Final Fantasy 8, 9, all the way up to 10. All the Final Fantasies from 1 to 10. And then they had a new composer, because I think that's when he broke up for the Black Mages. But, bro, I just gotta say, I have to say it, man. We're getting what we want. We're actually to the point where we're getting what we want. This is what we wanted to see all this time. And I didn't expect it, to be quite honest. Me looking at Facebook and all these sources, I was like, what? No way. This has to be a troll. This has to be a neckbeard trying to get my trying to get me to get trolled. And it's actually legit. It's actually from the magazine, and they interviewed Square Enix and everything, and they confirmed it. So Nobuo Natsu will, in fact, be returning to make the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Will be, in fact, returning to make the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Will be returning to make the Final Fantasy VII Remake music. Sorry, I didn't mean to make the game, I meant the music, but you get the point. So that's good. This is the man who made the original game's music. And I love Final Fantasy music. I really do. That's another reason why I'm addicted to Final Fantasy besides the characters. It's also the music, too. And me being a huge music head, the music is a big deal. Now, I wouldn't mind if this is the Final Fantasy 13 director doing this either, because I like his music as well. But now we don't have to resort to using Masashi Tamahazu or whatever. I don't know Japanese. But pretty much we don't have to use Mahashi's music anymore. We're going to be using the original, but reorchestrated by the man Nobuo Natsu for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like, I want to stop talking about the Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I can't. I just can't. It's such a big deal to me. Whew. But anyways, this is such a big deal. You have no idea how big this is going to be. The fact we're getting Nobuo Natsu to come back to the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, I am sad I never got any of my stuff signed by him by Nakacon, but that's only because it costs. So you have to buy a $30 soundtrack to get your soundtrack signed, and it's like, you know, and now if it would have came with selfies and everything else, the care package, okay, I could see $30 might be, but I don't think I'm gonna pay $30 for one signature on a soundtrack I don't want signed. If I was gonna get anything signed, it'd be anything dealing with Final Fantasy VII, considering I like Nobuo Natsu's music for Final Fantasy VII. Don't get me wrong, I love his 8 music, I love his 9 music. I'm even listening to some of his FF9 music. But you know, Final Fantasy VII being my favorite game, I'd only pay to get Final Fantasy VII signed. And even if it's not the soundtrack, but the PlayStation 1 game or anything with Final Fantasy VII's name attached, because since Final Fantasy VII is my favorite Final Fantasy, and also they also include the soundtrack as well. So, you know, I didn't want to pay the $30 at Nakacon, so I was like, yeah, forget it. So, but anyways, I kind of regret it. Hopefully, there's another Distance World concert that comes back in Nebraska. I might actually do a day trip to Nebraska to watch Distant Worlds, just to see Nobuo Natsu and get myself signed. I'll probably be my Vincent costume, but bruh, I am so hyped though. I am so hyped. I don't sound so hyped because I'm super tired, because I've been doing a whole bunch of things, running errands, making cosplay stuff, grilling, doing a whole bunch of stuff, so I'm super tired. So if I don't look as hyped, that's probably why. You know. And I still got more grilling to do tomorrow, so you know, I got that going on too. But you know, this is good news. You know, this is really, really good news. Hopefully this is true, but if this is wrong, I'm gonna go. If this is wrong, I'm gonna report neckbeards who made the article, because most likely neckbeards like to go around causing problems. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna go report the site that's wrong. Like, no joke. Like low key, bro. I'm gonna report anyone who's wrong, because you know, I don't like misinformation. Hopefully this is real. Hopefully this is from real site. If it isn't, let me know in the comments below, because I want to know if it's a real site or not, or I'm just getting trolled. So let me know in the comments below. May the crystal be with you. Go follow King in the Night 57. It's my Twitch account. Go follow all my social medias as well. And may the crystal be with you.